Hey, what's up? This is Mia A. Today we are going to do something a little different. We're going to take some time out from the garden and we're going to focus more on one of my past designs. So what I have for you this time is a picture video of how I turned a Chester, an old Chester, into a chair. So let's get started. So I came across this old chest that my neighbor was about to pitch. It was over 50 years old and missing a drawer, but it still had solid bones. Since I loved working with vintage and repurposing items, I decided to get it and challenge myself into repurposing it into something new and totally different, hence the idea of turning it into a chair. So how did this happen? Well, to be honest with you, I didn't make any plans prior. When I get into my artsy mode, I just follow the feeling. So with that being said, I had to somehow make a frame. I started with removing any broken drawers, then I cut a hole in the top. Next, I focused on the seat. I reinforced the base of the seat with 2x2s to make sure that it would be sturdy. Then I stabilized it with 2-inch plywood. The goal was to make sure that an adult my size can sit on it with no problem. To keep the back from dipping in, I added some webbing to the back and the sides of the chair. Then I covered the webbing with burlap. I decided to use a coffee bag because 1, I had it on hand, and 2, I thought it would have been pretty cool to repurpose it for this project. Next was the foam. For the seat, I initially cut the foam into 4 parts. Each part was about 1 inch or 2 longer for each area, just to make sure that I had just enough room for pulling, smoothing, and tightening. Now what you don't see is that the seat part of the chair actually has 2 layers of foam. The yellow foam was used to add shape, versus under the yellow foam there's a 2-inch firmer foam that is used to add additional support. To make the arms more round, I wrapped the foam around the edges of the table and then I stapled it on the back. Next was the paint. So, disclaimer. Yeah, I know I probably should have painted the piece way before I put on the foam and everything, but like I said, I'm an artist and I just was freestyling and I changed it up as I went along. Anyway, I used wood putty to fill in any unwanted holes. Then I painted it with a primer and finished it with an onyx black and a polyacrylic for the sealant. After the piece had dried, I added a cotton batting to complete the smooth look and to prevent the foam from slipping. Now it was time for fabric. To make sure that the fabric would fit, I had to cut everything into pieces based on where the fabric was going to go on the piece. Keep in mind that I always add a few inches to make sure that I have room to move around. And to secure it, I stapled everything to the frame using upholstery staples. Next was the back of the chair. Now since the back won't be used as much, if at all, I covered it with batting and fabric. To hold the batting in place, I used upholstery spray glue to attach. Now please keep in mind that the spray can get pretty sticky and dries pretty fast, so make sure that you already have your pieces cut and ready to go. So to add the finishing touches, I used a combination of upholstery strips and tack strips to hold the back fabric in place. Then I stapled it to the bottom, and voila, you have a finished chest chair. Let's see how it works out. So there you have it. It took about a week to complete, a little bit, well, I'll say about a week and a half to complete because I was working on it part-time. However, it turned out to be beautiful, very cultural, and very unique. And one of the main things that I had to keep in mind was that as long as I can create the frame of the Chester, then, or once you create a frame, you can pretty much, everything else is pretty much a walk in the park. So that was one of my challenges for myself. How to turn a dresser into a seat. So
Stay tuned for the next challenge. If you have not subscribed already, please go ahead, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos. Thank you for tuning in, and you have a super-tastic day. Peace. Okay, so there you have it. That took about a week to do, but it turned out beautifully. I was able to close the door. Close the door.
Demar, can you turn off that stove?
Wait, turn off the stove.
Yeah.
I'll do the gun or something.
I'm gonna let them let the heat finish. Hurry up. Thanks.
When I get done, I want you to put the dishes up too.
What?
Okay. You done walking. I need you to stand still because they can pick up, this video can pick up everything. So there you have it.